Hi and welcome to this multi-part video series called Phone Right. My name is David Anthony. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome, and do consider subscribing because this channel is all about helping you go further and faster in business and in life. So let's get started.
Now, that doesn't mean you do things to make customers complain. It means you do things to let them know you want their feedback. So, with that background, what do you do when you get the feedback and it's negative? Well, to find out, listen in to this call and notice particularly the positive strokes and the questioning early in the call.
Good morning, Modern Motors. This is Julie speaking.
Yes, I bought a car from you 2 days ago and I'm having a lot of problems with it. I want to talk with someone in authority so that I can get some satisfaction.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you've been having problems, sir, but I'm delighted that you did call us because I'm sure we'll be able to help. Look, our service manager, Bill Long, is probably the person who can get you some action quickly, so I'll put you through to him right now. Would you mind holding a moment, please?
Okay.
Good morning, this is Bill Long.
Yes, my name's Paul Dunn, and the car I bought from you 2 days ago, well, it's practically falling to pieces. I am bitterly disappointed, and I want some action taken.
Well, thanks for calling me about it, Mr. Dunn. Naturally, I'm very sorry to hear that we've let you down, and I apologise for that. You know, we pride ourselves on the standard of our cars and our service, so it's important that you called us so we can get to the specifics and fix the problem for you. Let me take some notes on this as we talk, and please be as specific as you can.
Now, there's more of this call to come, but right now it's important for you to see the real value of listening, positive strokes, and questions, even on, well, really I should say, particularly on, a complaint call. Notice too how the receptionist and service manager have learned another skill about complaint calls. You'll have noticed how they were talking perhaps a little more deliberately and a little more slowly. You see, under normal circumstances, it's a good idea to match your speed of speech to the caller's speech rate. They talk slowly, you talk slowly. They talk quickly, you speak quickly. Complaint calls are the exception to that rule. It's critical that you speak slowly and deliberately to keep calm. And of course, that has the effect of calming the caller down. So, what we've discovered on this complaint call is that the first 5 standards we developed still apply. The only change to the standard comes later, when you've listened, stroked, and questioned the caller. And here's where the major change comes. On a normal call, once you understand the caller's problem, you'd set about solving it by applying Standard 6. But on the complaint call, it's a good idea to let the caller come up with his own solution. Now that may sound strange, so let me explain it. When you let the caller come up with his own solution, then in by far the majority of cases, the solution that the caller comes up with will be less demanding, in fact far less demanding, than the one you'd be tempted to suggest. Now, that's such a critical point that we'll take a look at it in action. We'll pick up on the call again. Imagine that I, as the complaining caller, have given Bill Long all those specifics he asked for, and he's in essence, or rather I'm in essence, talked out. Here's how Bill Long might continue after he's made sure and taken everything down and read back his list to me.
Well, as I said earlier, Mr. Dunn, I'm delighted that you called us about these things, and I must say I really understand how you feel. Of course, you have my sincere apologies for what's happened, but now we must fix the problems. Tell me, Mr. Dunn, what do you see as the best way of doing that?
Now, at this point, if the solution that I propose is acceptable to Bill Long, and it most likely will be, then of course you would go ahead and confirm it there and then. And not only that, it's a good idea to add in something of extra value to the complaining caller. For instance, in this particular case, you might add a free oil service next time that I drop the car in for service, just to show me how much you value my custom and my feedback. You go that extra inch to show your concern and to make certain that you retain the complaining callers of this world, not just as customers, but as people advocating to others that they should do business with you because of the great way you deal with people. But what if the solution that I came up with is outside your own area of responsibility or authority? Well, then you use a technique called the refer to higher authority option. Here it is in action. Just suppose in response to Bill Long's question about the solution that I'd prefer, well, the one that I'd prefer, let's say, is to get a completely new car. Here's how it should be handled. Well, look, I'd like a replacement one brought over immediately, and frankly, you can have this heap.
I see, Mr. Dunn. I see what you're getting at. It's actually outside my authority to authorise that, so we could do several things. I could connect you with my manager, Bernard Smith, or we could work out some options that I might be able to handle that might be acceptable to you. Which would you prefer?
Well, look, I need some action. What can you do?
Well, Mr. Dunn, it seems that something has definitely gone wrong in the inspection. So we would certainly replace the faulty parts for you, free of charge, of course. Not only that, Mr. Dunn, since you've obviously been inconvenienced, I'll arrange for you to have your first service free of charge too. How does that sound?
Well, you see, by this time I will have calmed down because of your application of the skills. And because of that, I know that you really do care about finding a solution for me. Therefore, I'm much more likely now to take your option in this situation. But of course, nothing's perfect. These complaint call skills may not work in every single case, but they will work in most cases. And even when they don't work exactly by the book, as it were, at least you'll have succeeded in calming down an angry customer who could create havoc in your marketplace. The key to this process, then, is this simple truth. The customer's perception is always the reality. It's as well to remember that. And that reminds me, your perception of this program is not only the reality, it's important to us. So much so that I'll be asking you to give us that feedback soon. For now, though, I want to congratulate you for listening to and for learning from this program. When you use the skills you've acquired on a consistent basis, you'll see the image of your organization enhanced. You'll hear customers complimenting you and your people on the way they're being treated when they call your company. And you'll see the amount of business you get from incoming phone calls soar. I literally guarantee that. In fact, when that happens, you might then want to consider adding to that success with some of the companion programs we produce. Programs like the Outgoing Call program, where you'll discover exactly how to make appointments with people by phone, where you'll see how to get more people to sell to by contacting them by phone, that is, initiating the phone call yourself, and where you'll find how to telemarket your products and services. Or perhaps even the Write Right program on writing better, more effective letters and ads. Or maybe even our Talk Right program, which will bring you face-to-face with the secrets of the face-to-face selling process. All of our programs are, like Phone Right, designed to bring you results. And to make that even more of a certainty, please feel free to write or call me directly so that we can help you customize these skills to your business. I really will be delighted to hear from you. Maybe, too, we'll get to meet one day in one of the many seminars and conferences I'm privileged to address each year. Maybe that might even be one that we design especially for you and your company. You'll find all the details you need to keep in touch on the cover of this cassette album. Again, I'd like your feedback. It really does help us add value. It's my hope, though, that you've received tremendous value from this program. Thank you for listening, and make sure you enjoy good selling.
I hope you got a lot of value today. If you did, click the like button. What that does is help us build our non-profit business school, UBLA. Check out in the description below to find out more about what we're doing and how you can help. This is part of a multi-part series, so keep your eye out for the next video. In the meantime, we've done a great playlist about how why do small businesses fail. Check this link over here, and this will show you a great little list about how you can be successful in business. So thank you very much. Catch you again soon.